Hello. It's been a minute. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Oh. You ever been so tired, but you just gotta keep on pushing? I tried to do this video, or this live, about 2 hours ago. The problem with that was I fell asleep. I was exhausted. I also busted my phone today. That sucks. Only had this bitch about a year. That really sucks. I didn't let it get to me as much as you would think a person would. I dropped it. I shouldn't have been holding it in the bathroom, right? And I dropped the fucking thing like 2 feet. And I'm like, oh, it might have just broke. And I'm like, nah, it's good. It's good. Don't even try to figure out if it broke. Don't try to look at it. It's fine. Just put it in your pocket. I get in the car and the shit's broken. I'm like, fuck. It was time. Hello, the Northern Lights here. How is everybody? I want to say hi. I want to talk to people before I start. And then I'll start. And I also want to shuffle these cards because we're going to use the same tarot deck I used last time. But this time they won't all be upright. Oh, no. Hello, Nancy. Okay. Welcome in, Tam. Hello. Angelita. Hello. It's a pretty name. This movie I've seen. It's a pretty name, is what I said. There's a movie I've seen where it's like, you got a pretty mouth. I don't know what movie that is, but it's a fucked up comment. All right. All right, so right off the bat, just be cautious. I'm going to tell you, I split the deck. I let it fall while enjoying my cigarette. For me to see the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords together, their energy, some of you might have to be patient with communication, or some of you may have to be careful about not really. I get like this trap energy. Don't fall for the same old bullshit. Don't let anybody mess with you kind of energy. You know the saying, let bygones be bygones? I kind of feel that way about this, but a little bit more in depth. Wow. Hold on, I'm going to study the card a little more. Both cards. There's something else here where with your ideas, don't lie to yourself about where you want your ideas to bring you, or where you want to take yourself to, like run to the max kind of energy. I get this like run to the max kind of energy on this, and not to lie about that situation, not to worry about the situation, have fear in it, or worry about it. Some of you could be towards love, or feeling like everything you do is a lot to do on your own, and the decisions are hard to make, and you wonder why sometimes you make the wrong decision. What the fuck? All right. Strength reversed with the 8 of Wands. This is for the person who's not communicating with somebody, by the way. King of Swords to the Sun. You're not getting clarity or happiness in the love. Okay, I'm gonna say something fucking really awkward. I just gotta do this. I just feel this. So I feel the need to say, if you're a single person, whether you're a woman or a man, as much as you want, to invest in another person, the energy I almost felt like my show. Like I get this weird. People get like goosebumps and shit. I don't get goosebumps. It's very rare that my shit will get goosebumps or that my hair will raise. but I'll get like this weird shiver shake with my shoulders, and I actually like when it happens, but it's like out of the ordinary. It's very uncontrolled. So what I see here with the King of Swords and the Sun reversed, the message I'm understanding is it's not about worrying about people around you, like getting to the next relationship. I feel more or less it's trying to remind you that not that you can become your own relationship. Anybody with common sense that's well endowed with a strong mindset can precipitate that. I understand that, but it's more or less that it's like you can't really worry about the things that you may not have time for, or feel like at they're not at your disposal, kind of energy is what I'm seeing here. So I would tell you, with that King of Swords and the Sun reversed, I don't feel like you're supposed to worry about the limelight of the relationship factor as much as you're supposed to worry about the limelight on yourself. That was the big part. That was the part that was like important. And I'm like, I better not fuck this up and say this right. All right, here we go. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start in just a second. I'm gonna say hello to some more people. Hello, Monica. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Catherine Wagner. Hello, MG Solo. Welcome in. If that doesn't dwell well or sit, like if you have a hard time, like it's something you want to put in the basement, try to study what I just said. You may have to watch just that part more than once for some of you out there, whether you're brand new to the channel or you've been here a long time. That part's important for some. The limelight should be all about you right now. I get this. I keep seeing this bright fucking orangish, yellowish, almost looks like a sun over here to my left. Like I got a fucking whatever the fuck those things are called, a ring light to my left, but that's up high. I keep seeing it low, and it's like it needs to rise. And I feel like it's trying to embody your spirit rising up for the occasion. What the fuck? This is how I feel collectively. I would just, I feel like a lot of people may have already, so some of you have already attained that feeling. Now I understand with psychology, some of you that have have hit that and done very well for yourselves and don't really want the spotlight of a situation. You may also be older. I understand that would go into like fear and loathing. And I don't feel like that's the necessary need. I don't see that being the necessary need. I feel like it's you being in the limelight so you can overcome the feeling of the lack of that situation. All right. Anyways, King of Pentacles. A lot of you may be really, really focused on objectives. The objectives that are needed. What else is here? Clarify. And then I'll start doing all signs. You're gonna have, some of you are gonna have communications that you have to really be thorough with. Something about with the Page of Wands and the King of Pentacles, I feel like you need to be like focused on the thorough communication that comes in. This does feel more like on being productive than love, but I could be wrong. Let's see what the tarot says. Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to tell you something about turning the page. That's a book. The world. I believe there's a rabbit. Yep, and a wolf. Turning the page, turning the chapter. Putting your focus on the things that are going to work out versus what has not. Staying away from any. So collectively, I feel like some of the energy. Some of you, I already gained. I already have the insight feeling inside because it just hit the way it hit me inside that you've already focused on following to get away from all the obstructions. You see this woman holding that page of rods and you see all the energy around it. I feel like some of you have already absorbed that energy and figured this out, while others of you are secretly trying to identify the rest of it. Maybe even learn from it. Maybe even plant your foot down on the situation. Hold true and tried. And a lot of you, it's about doing a little bit more, or working a little harder at it. Something about that Wheel of Fortune in the world, it's about working harder at it and not giving up. I didn't expect I wasn't going to do this. I was just going to go all signs. Others of you may have felt like there was health issues in your family. There may have been health issues in your family, or there's two things here. So either there could have been health issues in your family, or you were hiding health issues from your family. But it's either somebody, it's close to home. I feel like they know you very well, kind of energy with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Ten of Pentacles upright. So you may have not wanted to let other people also, there's two messages there. You may not have wanted to let other people see that you're trying to basically get ahead or stay balanced with focus on family and career, or what's happened with something about what's happened in a family situation. But at the same time, you've been doing that, you're kind of giving like the cold shoulder to explanation. I don't know. That's what it's showing me. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I have to say. Let's go. It could the five. What is this? Clarify. You've thought about this a lot. So there's a strong family connection here where either you're trying to get over what happened or they are, is what it's telling me. So with the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, some of you it's a health situation, some of you it's a health and financial situation. The Five of Pentacles reversed, the Lovers to the Four of Swords. This is run rapid. It's been mind-boggling to the person's thoughts, to how they feel about a situation. And that's why they kind of study or rehearse the situation or how to get out of it. Or they're trying. So somebody out there is either trying to figure out how to have enough, be enough, make enough, lead by example. And somebody else is worried about it actually coming to fruition. Okay. What else is here? I feel like this person, whoever this person is, that these two cards right here tell me you dream about it changing or shifting all the time. Whether you're aware of it or unaware of it, you're trying to stay strong for one thing, the change, to see the changes happen. You may have also felt like you had to cut out a woman that you couldn't trust, or a man. Look at this. There's the High Priestess. I feel like you knew that and you wanted to feel solid on your own feet, build your own empire with the Page. The Knight of Wands, you may have been weary about the outcome or the trust in a situation or where it would lead you. So some of you may have gotten a relationship that you knew was only going to get worse over time. In other words, that you couldn't fix them, you couldn't help them, you couldn't do anything to fix the situation. You might have had to just kind of make the decision to know that, you know what, let them figure the judgment on their own. This isn't something I have to learn. That it definitely could have been an individual, a man you dealt with. This is going to be a strange one. This man may have liked to hold all the answers for you, by the way. He may have liked to hold all the answers for you, by the way. Or he may not have, King of Swords, he may have not liked the answer no. I think it made you feel in the dark or in the cold with the five. I'm going to tell you, with the Five of Cups, I mean, I feel like it emotionally made you feel detached, or like you couldn't represent what you felt with how he felt in the situation. Queen of Cups is reversed. It definitely was a woman that felt this way. Okay, we're going to start like that. I'm going to do all signs. I'm not going to keep going into that. That's just a little peek into, if it makes sense, it makes sense. All right. Welcome in, everybody. I just got to fix the banners. It's good to see everybody. I know it's been a hot minute. I needed some time. I've been working like 55, 57 hours a week. getting like 2 hours of sleep and being behind the wheel of a car and just needing to stay focused on what I'm doing. Exerting too much physical energy via work, and also showing my different skills and abilities at work slowly. I'm not pushing the envelope, but I am showing them. So the right people leave me alone, using it to my advantage a little bit. They have no idea about this one. I would love to do this one for them. Oh man, I got a fucking leak in my. I haven't been down here in fucking almost 3 fucking weeks. I got a fucking. Oh, that's my kitchen. I already know about that. Fuck that tile all up. I'm gonna have to replace that, but I have the tile. More to fix. All right, and I've had home issues. I've had some shit going on. I mean, I want to tell you what happened at work a couple times. Like, I've had some shit to deal with, but I've dealt with it like you wouldn't believe. Where it is what it is, you know. Unfortunate dealings, not on my behalf, but on the people that surround me. Especially when it's like it's coming down the chain where it's like, no, we want you to do this. And you're like, all right, I gotta do it. And then the opportunity shows up for you to do it. Anywho, let's start with Aries. I'm happy to be here. It's been a minute. Oh, I fell asleep. I can't believe I fell asleep. Well, I can. I had like 2.5, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes of sleep today. And then I was like, I'm going to go online at 7:30. I laid on the couch, my leather couch, for like 15 minutes. I was out. If I was a snorer, the woman that I was with would hate me. Like if I snored loud, sometimes I may snore, but I don't snore all the time. And I'm not very loud with it. I have to be very congested because otherwise people would complain, or have in the past, and they don't. Thank God. I don't want to get that fucking nose surgery. I don't want that shit. Hey, Heather. So if I look tired, it's because I fucking am. All right? Yo, you look so fucking tired. Get some sleep. I fucking know I'm tired. Like, I know I'm fucking tired. I'm working a lot. Like, I get it. But thank you in advance. They'll probably never see that part of the video. But thank you in advance. Here we go. Here we go. It's weird. I always choose, before I start with Aries, I always choose the hard fucking jobs. The jobs that are like gonna beat you to death. But then I like love them. Like I like that shit. And I'm like, I'm not 25 anymore. Like, fuck. But I still push through. I don't know what that is about me, but I like that shit. I'm drawn to that shit. You know? And then I go out of my way, but then I make sure you better do the same, or at least hold up your end. Because if you don't, you're not gonna like me very much. Or you'll be on the shit list. Yeah, been there, done that. Anyways, Aries. What will happen next for Aries? What will happen next for the zodiac sign of Aries? Aries, you better hold on. I hope I got some clear predictions for you, because you guys haven't seen me for almost 3 weeks. Maybe even 3 weeks. I don't even know when that came out last. I know it's been over like 2 weeks. I know it's over 2 weeks. Because even my own fucking predictions came true. So let's see if we can do it for you. And then I've had the problem with what I've been doing, where it's like, don't focus on it. Don't focus on it. I don't want to know their fucking problems. I don't need to handle their fucking problems. That's for them to learn via work outside of social media. A couple of them are aware that I do this, not many. And if they make it a pool event, I don't care. I really don't give a shit. Why should I? Aries. Ooh, I like that. It's like a flapjack. So why do I feel like you're waiting for a turn of events? I honestly feel like you're waiting for things to shift in your favor. And it's weird. I don't get this energy like they're all that bad off. You just want more. Off of the Wheel of Fortune upright that came popping out like want to slap me like a goddamn popcorn kernel. Let's see what you got. Also, okay. So for the Aries that this makes sense to, you may have dealt with some drama. You may have had some conflicting ass, bitch ass energy around you that you know you had around you. Ah. So you all, I get this energy like you just had some weird energy that was very conflicted. Also, that you may have felt like the person was living. This is strange. Like the person's either living a lie or not living their best life, but you're not going to let that get in the way of what you're doing. But you want more. Off of the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Wands, right away. You might have had a relationship recently, or a person around you, or persons. I'm going to say persons. Some of you, it's persons. Others of you, it's the person you spoke to all the time, where you just felt like they weren't really dealing with life that well. Or I'm gonna say the weirdest thing because it's not here. Like they haven't changed. They haven't built the momentum to change, and because of that, it became a dilemma, or it was easy for you to cut it off. Eight of Wands, kind of slow down the communication, put the brakes on it, or completely stop the communication. Now, if you're working at that, we're going to clarify what's going to happen because I'm curious. I get curious with shit. So let's see. If Aries is working at that, what will happen? If Aries is working at that, what will happen? Well, now it's getting specific. So this could have been a situation where you were going to get entangled, or the person really wanted to continue finessing a situation with you. The Two of Cups reversed, I feel like that's your I feel like your response to it is no. I get this like they turned you on to set you off energy. They turned you on to set you off energy. On the bottom of the card, it's red and black. And I get this like almost like a checkerboard, but I get this red and black energy where it's like it turns you on to piss you off. Or like it was fun for the ride. It was fun for the moment, but then um it felt too tiresome. Like it didn't equal out kind of energy. Let's keep going. I'll put that out. Let's see what we get. I saw the High Priestess upright, so I'm going to tell you, you should trust your intuition if that's how you were feeling. If you felt like something couldn't be trusted, you should be trusting yourself a lot right now, Aries. Something about you need to trust these thoughts, these feelings, the judgments, the outcomes. Put a lot of strength behind that. You might have had your fun, but it was time to go. It was time to move on. This person might have been emotionally fucked up. I can't say anything. I'm not gonna fucking say it with like a goddamn bib in my mouth or a binky or whatever they call that shit for like a baby. This person might have had a lot of emotional trauma that you saw. They were caged by. I feel like they're trying to balance that out or figure it out, and they also may be. They don't have as much money as you. This person does not have as much money as you. Or doesn't do as well as you. Ten of Wands, the Sun reversed, to the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like they're trying to scratch the surface on staying as productive as you as well. Knight of Swords, bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. This person's trying to learn how to establish. So you may have dealt with somebody that was so far behind the wheel on what you've already dealt with in life that it was too far behind the wheel. Honestly, I feel like that's what happened. We're going to go top and bottom on you. You've been also trying to, some of you have been trying to fight anxiety or the endings, and accepting the endings for what they are when it comes to the communication, or leaving it alone completely. Whether you're a woman or a man, it tells me whether you're a woman or a man, you're not really letting anybody damper, you know, the fruits of your labor or the ethic behind what you stand for. I get an energy too where this is for the Aries. This is like the scary card, but it's the Nine of Swords reversed. You may have interpreted the right thoughts or feelings of not being distracted, but I get more or less you're not going to let anything come at you and throw you off. Um, it's almost like you don't want to have this anxious feeling, or you don't want to be a worry wart about the situation, whatever that's about. It was with somebody you were dealing with, or fucking. I'm gonna say it. You were either dealing with them or fucking them. Like you were either getting to where we're about to fuck, or you were getting there. So you're already fucking each other, or you were trying to work the bases to get there. Whatever the fuck that is. Some of you were working that angle. Others of you, when it came to the judgment, it was about an outcome, a decision. It wasn't worth building, and you fucking knew it. You fucking knew it. Don't fucking lie to me. You fucking knew it. So you fucking changed course of direction. Or the universe helped you with that shit, or your spirit guides did. It's something like that. Nine of Cups. I feel like you felt out. You felt like somehow you knew this emotionally wasn't smart or practical. You probably used your intuition for you to have the High Priestess upright. You probably trusted the fact that you're like, what the fuck am I doing? You might have had to tell yourself, check myself before I wreck myself kind of energy in a situation. This is for the very independent Aries. I feel like this is for the Aries who likes to establish staying focused on something. You just reminded me of my own sign. When you get focused in something, it's almost like you can't be altered, or you won't let it deteriorate, and you work hard at it. And I feel like that's what you did. And I feel like instead, like I've been doing that at work, Aries, but I feel like you've been doing that in love or your love situations. Good. That's healthy, because you seek the secret message. I understand without the tarot is you're learning. You're learning how to keep the self-respect up, or look into situations that are going to have a valid destination. Why is the Devil reversed? These two as well. I get some weird thing where it's like some of you have felt like it was just the surrounding energy around you that was not shifting. And then some of you may have looked into it where you felt you weren't shifting. I do get when you looked into it where you weren't shifting, you started but you stopped, or you try to recollect yourself, something like that. Give him to him. What is that? And now, if this is something where it wasn't love, because now it's veering into something else, you're either strategically set on your path with career, or strategically set in your ways on what you'll say to like a close um, family member or friend. Something like that is what I'm seeing for you. Give me something else. Clarify the last three, please. Maybe even four. What is it? I'm so curious. You've already made the I'm done. You've already made the decision. Four of Wands. You're not going to let things affect your stability. You will not give the time of day or play with them. Emotionally, you're tired. I feel like I feel like now this card is emotionally you being tired and speaking up about knowing. You know what? This situation. Some of you may have known you dealt with a situation in love that was a waste of fucking time and communication. You know it. So some of you, I hate to say this, some of you, it's moving towards you, or you've already dealt with it. And you've got to decide what to do with it. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Some of you, you keep getting the same message again. I get this weird, should I trust this scenario? Should I believe in this scenario? Or should I let it go energy on Aries? That's up to you. You know, live your best life is what I would tell Aries. That's what I got for Aries. Show me something else. I'll give you a little. I want to know. So a lot of you, what may happen next is you may have to kind of really pay attention to how you respond to others or how others respond to you. And I feel the need to tell you to stay subtle. I don't know why. I just get this like you need to stay subtle, more or less learn. You know, if you cut something out, let it be what it is, but don't lie about the things you may have to secretly pay attention to, or the things that upset you. This is the things that upset you, and you can trust the answers there. The Hermit, you definitely can trust those answers there. It's you having higher knowing or understanding of the, also not worrying about if it's going to work or come towards you. Man on the motorcycle. All right, here we go. You're going to travel too. Some of you will be traveling. If you haven't already set the plans to travel, you're going to end up making them, or somebody's going to come towards you from the past that wants you to travel towards them. You may feel too productive at that time, or like you can't handle everything at the same time. Your stability is like on fire. As far as you wanting to, like, if I had to say, what is Aries like? What is the initiative, or what is the hindsight behind your message? It's staying goal oriented for you, not letting other things trample or get in the way. Some of you, it has been sleep habits that have gotten in the way, or even speaking with certain individuals, or feeling the trust, lacking it, feeling like it's just kind of feeling like it's, I don't want to say a burden, but definitely being like it's a waste of time, not wanting to. Somehow you have temperance in the Six of Wands reverse, knowing that it may be a waste of your time. Although with that King of Wands energy, it still may excite the shit out of you, whatever that's about. I feel like you get the thrills, or you want the thrills of a situation. You have a very confusing reading. So some of you, it's like you've made a decision on what you want, but you haven't fully made the decision. Some shit like that. All right, let's go to Taurus. All right. So some of you are saying, Aries are saying, like, oh, I want this, but really, do you really want that? I have no clue. You tell me. Is that what you really want? Do you even know what the fuck you want? Kind of Aries. That's what I'm feeling on Aries energy. I feel like you tell yourself what you want, but you don't believe in yourself enough to know if that's really what you want. That is so fucking strange, but that's what I'm getting. Work harder at the belief system. You shouldn't have got the High Priestess and the Hermit unless you're taking that time for you to figure that out. That's just my way of viewing the tarot. Here we go. Taurus. Taurus. Watch out for people talking shit, Taurus. Something about watch out for a fake approach. This could be in the industry you're involved in, or you believing that somebody was trying to befriend you and they're not really trying to be your friend. Let's keep going. It felt more like a career situation than friend zone, but it could be that somebody could be trying to do that out of a workplace, and if they're not trying to do that out of a workplace, they're you ever heard of the third wheel? Watch out for like the third wheel. And I don't mean like in relationships where someone's humping your brother's cousin and you used to fuck them. I don't mean like that. I don't mean like this in the sex manner. I mean like in platonic relationships. Watch out for that shit. It does feel like it's career related too. Like there are certain people that would basically act like they want to eat. I'm going to say something disgusting and I don't care, but I'm going to. Like they'd want to eat out of your ass, but really they don't. That's like the nastiest thing I've probably ever said. But like that's how they'll act. It ain't true. It ain't fucking true. I'm telling you, it ain't. Fuck this. Do it. Do it. Be yourself. I like being myself. What's going on with Taurus and work? Hold on. I'm gonna wrap it around. Okay, is there a person or two that is trustworthy around Taurus? Is there a person or two career related, career situations? Fuck no. Hell to the no. No way. Um, have some of them seen it? It's gonna say yes. Some of you have just walked into it though. Some of you have just walked into this shit. Or you needed clarification on it, whatever. All right, whatever. All right. Here we go. So you may have that, like a fucking Karen at work, or just a negative ass energy that like it's a miserable person. They're miserable. I don't want to call them entitled, but I get this weird energy on this fucking, especially it's definitely for a lot of you Tauruses, whether some of you could just be, I get this energy too. Some of you watching me may be just trying to dabble your feet back into work or into a different position, career. Feels more like career than position. Feels more like going in a new direction with career, or you've been thinking about doing that. I just don't feel like you can trust everybody around you, all the colleagues around you. It's on the lesser scale. So what I'm feeling is on the higher scale, you can trust the majority, but there's at least 1 to 3, maybe 4 even, but at least 1 to 3 for some of you, where they don't have your highest good. All they give a shit about is themselves. I'm getting something like, if you notice this, just be careful with the individual. Maybe keep the conversation short because they know what the fuck they're doing. This person knows what they're doing. Person or persons knows like the ring around the rosy bullshit they're doing. All right, so stability has been a big force on your mind, big time. Building stability. What else? Others of you have been not trying to worry about money situations or having enough money. The fuck? I like when it doesn't like resonate with me at all. I like that. That makes more sense to me for whatever reason. Queen of Pentacles. So you're not trying. You have a lot of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, wanting to build a relationship with stability and money, having enough. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Cups, trying to not be emotionally deterred or disturbed by not having enough. Page of Wands, probably communicating to the universe that you're ready or accepting like whatever comes towards you, but you want more. One thing. Queen of Pentacles, money. You could just want to have more money and less stress right now, Taurus. Or know you got to pick up where you left off when it comes to money and release the stresses that basically put like a grab on your money. Stopped you from being able to put more money away. Well, that won't be everybody's. Clarify anything you can for Taurus. Oh my God, I'm over your reading. Oh my God, am I over your reading? Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. You're really trying to structure a situation or figure out the what's going to be the best family value. Clarify those two. Or the whole thing. The Taurus, what's going on? Others of you, I just get this. I'm tired of waiting for something to shift or change for like the better. So why do I get like a push and pull energy on you? I feel like with your money situation, I felt like Aries was doing good. With Taurus, I feel like you started doing good. It started to fall off. You started to say, I'm not going to let this bother me, is what Taurus did. and then it started to do it was like a habitual. It just kept repeating itself. What the fuck? When really you're just trying to work through it again. And I'm going to tell you, just be patient. I get some weird strategize energy. You're trying to strategize how to make this work and just focus on the happiness and not deal with the toxic things or emotional burdens of you or the things that you've seen around you. Some of you may feel like you need to take a risk or just emotionally detach at times too. Clarify anything for Taurus. I see you not wanting to deal with disruption. The Knight of Swords reversed, the Three of Swords reversed, and the King of Wands. Some of you are also like hoping to spawn the perfect relationship. So I get this fucking crazy message where it's like it tells me you're wanting to basically manifest the perfect relationship, but you're also fighting for the value of the relationship that you care for at home or the relations around home. Like getting it to stay afloat or steady, rock hard, rock like steady. Not fucking. I get like you don't want to juggle shit. You don't want to have to juggle or worry about shit. And you maybe the strength card in reverse just it reminds me or it gives me an indication you've been sick of it. With the Seven of Swords to the Four of Swords to the King of Cups, because it's been emotionally draining the hell out of you, taxing, or made you felt like Jesus, the Knight of Pentacles. Like why does it's been a curveball? I get like it's been a fucking curveball that you're trying to overcome. You may have been dealt a curveball that was illustrated with career problems or family issues. Is what it's. I feel like it's trying to indicate to me to tell you. Here we go. Clarify this. I need to make sense of that. Give me more, please. Taurus. What will happen next? Show me something. Why do I get something about you may feel like with a boss, he promised you the world or like he was going to produce action and he started to, but it dropped off. Something like that for some of you. Or you were doing that with your own endeavors. Eight of Pentacles, trying to work towards them. But then every time you do, it's a back and forth energy. Every time you try to like climb the ladder, the Knight of Pentacles, something would get in the way or stop the ladder. And you've just been desperately waiting for changes. You've been sick of the situation, fucking tired of it kind of energy. I don't want to say you felt abandoned, but you definitely felt kind of lack energy on it. All right, this is going to be strange, and this is for very small of you. But if you slept with a married man that has money or a business, he may be trying to determine in his mind where his values sit. Do they sleep with having fun and sex with this person, or should I stick with the family value? That's for very few of you. So if you bumped up into a marriage, that man's kind of very like I'm gonna be honest. So the guy's and I'm a dude, and I'm into women. I'm straight. So the guy's sitting there like, do I stick with family and the family values, or do I stick with the pussy I like? That's where he's at for somebody out there. All right. Or if that hasn't happened, he fantasizes about leaving his family to be in between your legs. Jesus Christ. Temperance reversed. Why? All it's telling me is if that's if that's what was to happen, if you get involved in a person like this, a dude that chooses the woman by herself versus the family situation, you're not probably going to be able to stand the test of time of patience. The sex may be awesome. This tells me, yeah, you might get right along for the ride. But at the end of the day, this is how you feel. You'll be questioning all day long, should I have trusted the situation? You'll be trying to come to the decision too. And you may also fall for the person. I don't feel like it works out though. I don't feel like it works in your favor. Not this time. 10 of Wands. I feel like it becomes too much of a burden. Or the man tries to portray that he's too busy. Stops communicating. He definitely stops communicating or emotionally being available. But that's what I see for you guys. What's the Lovers all about? That would be the Lovers and the Judgment. That would be the outcome. Someone would start fighting for your attention or leave you feeling in the cold. So if there's a situation, I hope I'm not getting an ex. Like if you dealt with an ex and they did it to you once, this tells me they do it to you again. If you dealt with somebody that you thought, oh, they've changed, they've turned around, chances are they didn't change, is what that tells me. If I wasn't picking up, if I wasn't getting correctly that it was a person at work and it was somebody it's somebody you've been dealing with. And that's if somehow you had so much work energy. I'm like, this feels around the workplace. Somebody's either wanting to manifest pulling down the panties, or someone's wanting to make a decision because they've already done that. Okay, let's keep going. Here we go. Damn, that was crazy. It was a little bit much for me, but I think I need some coffee. Jesus Christmas. What's really going on? That may not make a sense to a lot of people. Maybe it will. I don't know. Keep that one to your heart. To your heart, all right? If you rolled with it, at least. Here we go. But I did see something ugly, even though I jumped to Gemini. I'm gonna probably do this for a lot of the signs, not all, but still. I did see something ugly with Taurus, where it's like there's some unclean energy around you, where you know where they call them dirty money. You got to clean the money. Well, I feel like you've got uncleaned people or energy around you. I'm not saying the person that you're sleeping with is dirty. I'm saying there's people around you that aren't for your highest good, but they'll try to perpetrate or pretend that they are. That's a fake ass bitch. Watch out for fake ass bitch ass energy around you. I don't feel like it's at home at all. I don't feel like it's at home at all. I feel like what it's going to do is make you have more stress at home. That's it. That's it. A little more stress at home. Not much. A little bit. But you might catch yourself. What the hell that's about. All right, let's go to Gemini. Gemini. What's going on, Gemini? Here we go. I'm going to sleep like a fucking hawk tonight. Here we go. Don't bend these ones. All right, here we go. What will happen next for Gemini? Some of you are going to start recognizing you can't get emotionally upset about situations. Some of you may have acknowledged your emotions in the past couple of weeks have been getting the best of you too. That's not typical for Gemini. Are you trying to get over, so some of you are trying to either rationalize how you feel emotionally or how you're emotionally attached to a situation. You might have even felt like the victim of a situation, some of you Geminis. Holy shit. Out of these two cards, I'm getting all this. The Four of Cups to the Nine of Swords. I get like you may have felt victimized to a situation. Or like it was just draining the life support out of you. Five of Cups. I do feel like you're getting over it with the Five of Cups in reverse. You're putting it behind you. It's coming to close. Whether you got closure or not, it's come to an ending. You have a level of acceptance, but I do feel like it still emotionally triggers you. And I do feel like it's sporadic that this happens. I don't use the word sporadic, by the way. Four of Swords. You think about it. It's a lover. It's a love situation, or whatever you dealt with. So I guess something about hand in hand, where whatever you felt like you dealt with, it just came to clarify. I don't want to say anything. It was too combative, or it just didn't feel honest. It didn't feel right, and I think you knew this. Somehow you knew that it didn't feel right, and you couldn't no longer let it be the deception or lies. You couldn't be the wolf screaming or letting it frustrate you. You couldn't do that anymore. With that Five of Swords, you had to like get away from it. Those two people look exhausted and drained and dead on the floor. This woman here, Eight of Cups, looks like she's had enough, putting her hand up. I fucking had enough. And you had to make the fucking decision. I feel like you had no choice. There was something that you knew mentally with the Four of Swords to the Sun card reversed. You knew it was slowing down your progress or happiness. Clarify anything. I'm going to do it reverse for you, whatever reason. All right, so you knew you had to pick a window to emotionally do what's good for you. So some of you emotionally had to cut out like a bad mother or mother-in-law, or maybe even a fucking sister. That sucks if that's the case. I'm sorry if that's the case. Others of you had to cut out your emotional attachments or communication. You just weren't getting anywhere. You also may have felt like your health was falling apart while this happened. You may have seen a theme. A couple of months I feel good, a couple of weeks I feel good, then I feel like shit. And this may have went on for several months. The World, Eight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Devil, the Star reversed, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you may have also felt like no matter how far, this is strange, no matter how far you try to break free of it, you're never going to escape it. So that just makes me lead to believe you may have been married to them, or you may have had children. That came flying up. Let's see what it is. One shuffle, and that shit didn't want to land on the table. You also may have felt like while you're focusing on yourself, I just get this weird Nine of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles, like you became unimportant, and you had to trust knowing that you had to start putting in more work on your own with that Nine of Pentacles, doing your own work, creating your own solutions to your own stability, your own happiness, your own family value. So you could have been in a place where, so let me get this straight. It's telling me somebody either felt like you somebody may have devalued you because they felt like all you gave a shit about was work, while all you gave about was probably work and trying to get a home balance. It never came through. I also get, for some of you, you dealt with a very disruptive energy. Some of you guys dealt with either the person's, I'm getting a negative energy on this person you dealt with. They always had some negative, stupid shit to say. Others of you dealt with a very like angry, and when they get angry, they had like a violence that would come out of them. I just saw violence, like somebody getting violent and screaming and fucking slamming shit, like that kind of energy. And you fucking had to put a dead end to that shit. You had to say, fuck you, fuck that. Emotionally, I've had enough. Three of Wands. I don't want to communicate. I don't want to build. Get the fuck out of my house, or I need to leave the house. These were the secrets that were left behind or in the cold. You had to take a risk. I feel like you had to take a risk and honor yourself. Seven of Wands, I feel like you had to stand on your own and move in that direction. Others of you also may have started picking up or getting more clarification that people have a love and interest towards you. So either you're starting to love yourself and value yourself more with the Ace of Cups to the Nine of Cups, or you've noticed other people are genuinely wanting to come towards you. Now, depending on how far that rolls downhill, how bad it gets, it's one thing if you just have a negative ass Debbie Downer around you. It's another thing if you have like a person that like throws a fit like a fucking 6-year-old in a Walmart or Stop and Shop or A&P around the country, whatever grocery store you have, BJ's, Costco's, whatever you got out there, where when this fit happens, it's uncontrollable and they break shit. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing. So a lot of you also felt like, you know something? I don't want to say you felt like you were wasting your time. I felt like you couldn't do anything to help course the direction of the path. The Ten of Swords reversed, the Six of Cups reversed, and the Page of Cups. I feel like emotionally you were invested, but then you recognized what was the problem. And when you did that, you realized they're going to need more help than you can offer. And there you are reversed. You want so you may have felt like this person was on life support or struggling around. You felt like somebody didn't deal with trauma of their past, is what it's telling me. You felt and knew it intuitively. You fucking knew this. You just might have ran around in circles with them a little bit longer than you expected, wanting a victory with them. But at the end of the day, your cards reverse telling me no, that wasn't the outcome. You may have even worried about being able to. I just get like you wanted to pull it off. You felt like you could do it, but it got silenced. The King of Swords, it got silenced or it got cut off. You had to cut it off or they cut it off. Some of you could have been mutual too. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands. You both may have been tired of the same old thing and wanted new things. They say people change every 7 years, and you guys may have just decided with your stability, I don't want to be caged, or we've grown apart kind of energy. So if it wasn't destructive or very negative, you may have just felt like you've grown apart. Also, there's a lot of silence. Something about, I'm going to show you a different card. When it came to communication, there was lack of trust and silence between the two individuals. That's what I see for Gemini. It's too much. I want something else. Trust your the card that came out is trust your intuition right now. It's probably doing very well. I can't believe that's the fucking card I grabbed. I just had a conversation about something like that, and as I'm trying to put them all together, that I don't know the cards that was. The second time I've used them. Trust your intuition or your feelings right now. I want clarification on the High Priestess for Gemini. Just one shuffle for them. Anything you can say to them. Anything you can say to Gemini. What's the message for Gemini specific? Trust your intuition and your development. Seven of Pentacles. Or remember how hard you've put in effort. Queen of Pentacles. Do not focus on the stress. Something about let go of stress. Anything that stressed you out, put it behind you. You may have felt emotionally deterred, or you may have stress and worry is the secret. You've got to drop. And now the same cards coming out. These are the decisions that are at your disposal. Are you going to do it, or are you going to be the one feeling victimized because you didn't do it? To get to the victory, it's better to do it. Who wants to feel like the person that's scared to shit, about to get stabbed by needles, or in fear? You're not supposed to. The past is supposed to teach you lessons. And I feel like the message for you is it did. As long as you're emotionally recognizing it, focusing on your goals, all it comes down to is, did I learn my lesson? Am I emotionally moving towards the things that are going to motivate me or make me feel at peace? Can I be patient and wait for them to actually come towards me? That's the message. While you're doing that, stay very, very independent. I think you will. I think regardless, a lot of you are gonna stay very independent. Doesn't mean you may not have sex here and there, or get a new boyfriend and be with them for a while, or even make them your new husband, or vice versa. Get a new boyfriend and make him your husband, whatever. I feel like you're going to be very goal oriented, but you're also going to be. So some of you are going to be very goal oriented and have some fun, but others of you are not only going to just have some fun. Some of you are actually going to start to initiate a stronger connection in the relationship you enter. I can feel that big time. The whole fun thing, I'm not really chasing, because it's like, whether it's one and done or, half a dozen times or whatever the hell it is, that's your business. But let's keep going. Cancer. Thank you for being here. It's hot down here. Holy shit. All right, here we go. All right. Cancer. What will happen next for Cancer signs? The zodiac sign of Cancer. What will happen next? Okay, I'm going to tell you what I was getting at, because it was one of the two cards that I was looking at before I even shuffled that one shuffle for you. Some of you may hear about people that you know talking about other. So some of you Cancers may hear about death. Straight out, you may hear about people dying. People may come to you and talk about death, or I get two scenarios. The first scenario, it's weird how I'm doing it backwards, but the second scenario is what I'm telling you. You may hear about death or the outcome of such and such passed on, or did you hear about this? You may run into certain people that tell you things of people you've known in the past. I feel like it was long ago, and then you find out that they're gone. Some of you that you already might have went through this in the past week or two, only week or two. I don't see much further than 2 weeks with the way I'm staring at that. Others of you may have been reaching to get communication from somebody that's passed on. I'll clarify anything. Wanting more answers that you can't get from the average person. That just, only uses logic, doesn't use consciousness, tries to use their logic or believes that their logic is stronger than their common sense and doesn't put them together and doesn't understand the concept behind consciousness. Besides that, the fact. King of Wands. What's the King of Wands about? I just get like a dad. Why do I get like you've been wanting to connect with your dad? Or you've been worried about your dad? Something about, I'm worried about my dad, if he's still alive or if he's gone. I've been wanting to connect with that male part. I don't know. Could be, maybe it's somebody you were with that you lost. Maybe I'm missing that part. Oh my God. But whatever it is, you want communication or they want you to come through with communication. So either you're trying to break grounds to communicate with somebody that you lost, holding on to them, missing them, or they're doing that to you, or you're both doing that and you're having a hard time gapping the bridge. Whatever that's about, gapping the bridge. Here we go. I just get a missing energy. There's a dead man in the Lover's card and a woman, a younger woman. You could be longing for somebody who's passed on or worried about somebody passing on. Now, for the reverse factor, some Geminis out there may have been hiding deep inside about worrying about death. Some of you may have been worrying about death, knowing that health hasn't been that great and wanting to pass on the best you can before you go. What the? This is fucking. This is not your typical Gemini reading. Thank you for the super chat. I had to look at the screen. Other than the smoke that's trying to get in my eye, I had to look at the screen and make sure I'm reading Gemini. Holy shit. Some of you is wondering if they're proud of your decisions or direction. What the hell? All right, let's keep going. Why is she reversed? Explain to me why she's reversed. I just get like tired of feeling at a loss. I don't get a woe me energy on you, but I get tired of feeling at a loss or not wanting to reconcile with frustrations. Just wanting to keep them down, keep them like at the pit of your stomach, maybe at the bottom of your feet, like under, like almost in the ground. Something about not wanting to feel disrupted or disturbed. Hold on. Clarify anything you can for Gemini. A lot of you have been emotionally hiding how you've been feeling. And that I don't know if it was you I said it for, but if it was you I said it for, that's why you may have had those bursts of feeling teary or crying or alone, trying to hide that. Almost like you know it, you're aware of it. You've been trying to repress it, not really open up about it. You've already made this decision. Some of you have made this decision and you're looking for guidance of somebody you trusted or you know you can trust or that believed in you, cared about you. There's a lot of moon energy here. You could have water energy in your chart. You could be a Gemini / water sign, by the way. I can't stop staring at the fucking moons. So you could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, rising moon, or just have that energy. Some of you want to know the answer. What I'm getting is some of you may want to know the answer if they're proud of you. Sometimes the best answer is no answer. Now, in the world we live in today, they talk about the best answer being no answer because people are supposed to take that as a fuck you. Sometimes the best answer of you not getting the answers is to help you not focus on the things that bother you and focus on the things that you have control of or that you can work through on your own. 10 of Wands. You may have also felt very you may have felt like you dealt with a lot of damaging love relationships. The 10 of Wands to the King of Cups to the 8 of Cups, you may have felt like every time you tried to, you know, sink your foot in the sand and buried in the sand, and that sand's in water, your foot would just rise out of the water. It's caused a lot of strength, triumph. King of Swords. This might be why you're leaning for answers from somebody that was once around you. It also may be you just trying to focus on your own direction. The Fool, take the risks that you think are worth it. The 8 of Pentacles reversed, though, with the Hierophant, is you wondering why something hasn't shown up that's going to provide the happiness that you're seeking. This is for the single Cancer. Whether you're a woman or a man, and I think I'm reflecting on both of your energies in this reading. Something about my shoulders feel like I'm probably crooked in my chair, but I just felt my shoulders feel like almost level, even though I'm kind of cockeyed. Made me feel like this is for both genders. What's going on with the moon? So do you secretly know you're striving for happiness and success? So a lot of you are trying to make or establish a connection point is what it tells me. Where's my happiness? Some of you, it's like you want to be happy with success. You would like love. All right, so let me get this straight. I'm getting you want to be happy with love, or you did. Some of you, it's like, nope, I don't give a shit anymore. And that's the attitude, the persona you're carrying. That's like the perfume that's radiating out of your fucking energy. Others of you, it's more focused on, I gave up on love. I want to focus on my stability. I'm not going to let things throw me off balance. I'm going to go after changes because everything's made me feel stuck when it comes to abundant energy. It's definitely feeling stuck to abundance. And I feel like you've become separated from happiness. I have to tell you the truth. I feel like you've become separated from happiness and you struggle to identify this shit. I feel like you struggle to identify how separated you've become from happiness, whether it's fortune or love, because of what you feeling like you get the short straw all the fucking time. Anything else? Why do I feel like you feel left out? Why do I feel like you know that? And I feel like it's not like you fucking knew 2 days ago, you knew last week. You've known for a long fucking time. Some of you, it's 5 years, 10 years, whatever, in between. Maybe 15. I hope not. King of Pentacles. It's in reverse. That tells me you're not trying to stress about that, or you should be focusing more on standing on your own, fighting through the problems, having the strength to overcome it, not letting the things that have slowed down movement disturb your peace. Stay patient. Some of you, it is love, or it's even the fear of emotionally getting a victory. It's getting a victory with something you care about. I get this. I feel like it's too late energy on you. I feel like it's too late emotionally. I have to accept that it's too late and not let it disrupt me or rattle my cage or burden me. What was done is done. I can't resurrect the situation. It's not going to come towards me, or I can't fix it. Energy. I do want to say though something about with all this lighting in this reading, the way the moon keeps moon moon hidden behind the trees. I feel like you're hiding this. Feel like you're hiding this. So you're either hiding that you want to be happy in a relationship, or you're hiding the fact of what you've dealt with, knowing what you've dealt with, or how to handle it. You're trying to stay productive, and that's the decision you may have made. The star reversed and the eight of, but you're sitting back wondering if this shit's going to happen. Sometimes the best reflection in life is not to worry about what is, Cancer, and here you are. It's to just make the decision to do what's best for you and trust as you move forward. Don't have worry or regret about situations. Just trust the momentum that's going to work out for you. There is communication here that so there's somebody that doesn't talk to you. And I do feel like it's a woman-man person. Like I'm talking to both genders. So you could be an ex-husband or an ex-father that doesn't talk to the mother, or you could be a mom that doesn't talk to the daughter, or vice versa. Whatever the frick the story is here, somebody's not communicating, and somebody's holding back and emotionally feeling like it's done and over with. 10 of Wands. I get like I can't resurrect it. I want to. I see that it'd be the gift, but every time emotionally you try to go after it, you feel like you're never gonna break free of it. That it's always gonna be a battle. Sometimes you gotta nourish what you have to play with, and you can't hold back. Don't let the thoughts get the best of you, especially if you have passion for it, because I feel like it does stress you out when you want to build towards it. That's what I've got for you. So there's something you care about, or you did care about. There's a lot of stories in that, what I just did. So some of you, it's like owning your own shit, accepting it, moving on. And it's always more noble. Let me just tell you something. It's always more noble, no matter how you're looked at, how you're viewed, to do the right thing, have peace of mind after you've done the right thing, no matter what the fucking outcome. And I feel like you hold back on that. And I feel like you're a woman, and I feel like you're a man watching. I feel like you both know. So some of the women may feel like I don't think I can do it. I don't think it's worth my time. I don't want to feel the scorn or the pain of a situation. I don't want to be hurt again. I don't want to get trapped in my emotions. Why? The guy, I feel total opposite. The man energy I'm feeling is own your shit. I feel like you saw where somebody else was wrong, but you wouldn't admit where the fuck you were wrong. I hate to say that, but that's what I see. And it wasn't so harsh on the ladies. It was harsh on the dude, because I feel like you focus on all what they did. The dude does this. The man Cancer does this. Whether you fucking admit it or not, you do it. I can feel that you've been doing it, and maybe for fucking couple years now, maybe longer than a couple years. Don't let energy scorn you. You get fucking nowhere. Accept what is, accept who is, accept what you accepted in your life, and own your shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've had to overcome those situations. I've had to face adversities in life. I've had to face the judicial system and be treated like a bag of shit to understand. As much as I didn't want to be in that position, I was only trying to do the right thing. No matter how long it sat on deaf ears, no matter how much money it cost me, the right thing was the imperative movement. And I feel like there's a Cancer man that has to identify that. We're only here for so long. It takes two to tango. So if this is a department where you had a child with that person, and you don't accept the other person, or they did wrong by you and the child, or somebody else took your child in the same scenario, well, own your shit and walk forward. That's what I have for you. Oh my God. I'm sorry it was so blunt, but that's what I got for Cancer. I apologize a little bit. All we do is play with borrowed time. And I think we forget that. I think we forget that I could leave right now tonight. I could leave right now tonight. I could get the fuck in my car after I drink this coffee and do this reading. I could go down the store to buy my kid something for school tomorrow. I could get hit on head on by a fucking Mack truck and it's over. It's gone. It's done. Now, everything that you wanted to say to that person, or that you think you should have spoken to that person, or even if you felt that you shouldn't have, you'll come across when it's too fucking late. That's just my perspective. All right? Life's too short for shit like that. Leo. In a minute. I might smoke a cigarette. Damn you, Cancer. I can wait. I can wait a little bit. Oh, I'm going to enjoy the shit out of some music after this. Leo, what the hell? Page of Pentacles and the Fool. Whatever that's about. We'll see if that comes out right. What do we got for the zodiac sign of Leo? I don't know how many Cancers can take my Cancer readings, because sometimes they're fucking harsh and blunt. But if you really pay attention to my readings, what I've learned about the zodiac signs when I read them, instead of being like Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, it going forward with it being like, well, fuck you and own your shit, it usually goes backwards. Like, if you've been watching me for a long time, it'll get stuck on a sign for a while where I have to rip your ass. Like, literally, rip your ass all open. That is the grossest thing, second grossest thing I've probably said in a while. But I gotta spread the cheeks, and it'll sit on you for a little bit, but then it'll go to the sign before you. It doesn't go for, I don't know why the fuck it does that, but I've noticed that a long time ago, Michael. I remember it was doing it to Scorpio and Libra. Libra for the longest. It was pissing me off how long it went on for Libra about 1.5 years ago. I'm like, when the fuck is this going to shift? I'm sick of fucking reading this. Whether it was similar or it was just chewing Libra's ass. Chewing you out. If you're probably watching, like, he's definitely an ass man. He can't get ass off his mind. I like ass and tits. Shit. I like both. And the curves. Anything. I'm pretty easy going with that shit. Hey, Jack. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Julia. Hi, Charlene. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's late, and thank you. Thank you all for being here. This one may not get monetized. What the fuck do I care? Unless I was it my last live? I could go on my phone and check. I don't even know where I put it. It's over there. The fucking screen I broke. That sucks. But I give a shit if they monetize it. Please. I'm gonna make fucking $11 for 6,000 views. That's fucking retarded. Like, YouTube be fucking up. Let me tell you, YouTube be fucking up. And I'm calling you out, YouTube. You be fucking up. So you don't like I'm cussing? Well, you don't fucking pay me anyway. Fuck that bullshit. Not when I've made over $100 for fucking views like that. Come on now. $11 fucking dollars. What the fuck is that? And the bitch was monetized. So now, oh, don't cuss in your videos. Kiss my fucking ass. Straight up. I ain't playing that game. I am not the one. I speak up for shit. I speak up for people. I speak up for myself. I don't give a fuck. I try to do it in a respectful manner most of the time. But it doesn't always come out that way to others. That is what it is. The Chariot. You going for a ride, Leo? Where are you going? You gonna take a trip? Maybe. Maybe not. Here we go. Leo, what will happen next? That's it for you. More shuffles. What will happen next for Leo? It's gonna be like, you're gonna be canceled via social media. Nine of Swords reversed. You're not gonna let shit bother you. Nine of Swords reversed is not having fear of anxiety. Three of Pentacles, when it comes to commitment or celebrations, you may also feel like you got to stay clear of that energy too. The Nine of Swords reversed with the Three of Pentacles, you may feel like anything that comes at you trying to bring you down, that you just have to rise above to the occasion kind of energy. You know, float the boat with who it works with or why it works. Clarify anything else from you. Trust yourself at this time. You may be struggling to trust yourself or the direction you're heading in. Whatever that's about. You could also be a woman doing that. I feel like some of you could have had struggles because of women friends you couldn't trust, betrayal. And now I feel like as you start to trust, you kind of hold back, and then you're like on the fence. Do I trust this situation with the patience? Am I ready to build it again? Some of you could be feeling really exhausted. And if you're not feeling really exhausted, you could also just be feeling like the area you live in is getting, has reached its point, its time. You may want to move on. I get like you may want to move on, or some of you, it's either I want to move on or I want to establish more. When I say establish more, maybe you want to buy more. You could be wanting to have more. You may be wanting to use more buying power, whatever that's about. For the King of Pentacles to be reversed, the Death to be reversed, the Six of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. You could also be getting an inheritance of some sort. Some of you could be getting an inheritance or fall into unexpected money. Money may be on the up and up for you for some reason. If you clash with somebody, I don't see you opening up communication, giving it a second thought. I feel like that situation that's on life support or felt manipulative or lied to you, you won't fuck with it. Judgment's reversed, you will not fuck with it. I feel like you're saying the Emperor reversed, no. Chariot, will I work with it? No. Three of Swords, you're like, no. I feel like you've learned a lot about toxic situations that have made you want to jump off the fucking building, and you're putting a dead end to that with the Ten of Pentacles energy. I feel like you're knowing to get balance, sometimes it's better to just move on or focus on the things that you can travel towards. You can basically establish. Go to the bottom. The Hierophant. What have you learned? That sometimes the things that are meant to hurt you, whether it's a love situation or being emotionally attached to a situation that felt like it. So you may have been in a love situation that made you feel like it didn't value or respect you, with that Two of Pentacles reversed to the Knight of Wands, to where now I feel like you're not focusing on that. You're not going to let distractions get to you. You're going to so you have this like familiar energy of, I'm going to let bygones be bygones, but if it supersedes that, I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm not going to focus on it. With that King of Swords, he's looking away from it, and you've made the decision with the Two of Swords, or you're coming to the conclusion to do so. With the Queen of Cups, a lot of you could also be trying to strategize your next best practice with work or career. Something about some of you could be getting ready or waiting the arrival of better career stability. Some of you could be waiting to hear some good news or wanting to, but I really get this part more. Something about over here is more important than right. And I'm left-handed, so your left's close to your heart, but it just feels more, I feel more connected over here, where the Queen of Cups to the King of Pentacles to the Seven of Wands, I get this energy where you just want to do something different in career. Page of Pentacles, the Sun reversed, because it may not be making you happy. Something about Page of Pentacles, the Sun reversed, when you're trying to go for the happiness, or you thought that's what you wanted, at the end of the day, you may be second guessing or feeling like I got to come up with a new solution. I don't feel like you want to stress about a love situation or being lied to about somebody of the past. You also may have felt like whoever you dealt with in the past would lie through their teeth just to get your attention. But I don't feel like you're wanting to deal with that. I feel like you're running away from that or staying very I feel like you're paying attention to that. You're very well paying attention to that. You're not going to let things in the past disrupt your peace. The Star reversed, the Six of Wands, the Ten of Wands reversed, and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you're more trying to be able to figure out what's going to make you happy financially and what's going to motivate you to figure out you've made the right decision. So some of you may be deciding, do I stay where I am and do I invest in a bigger property, or do I, whether it's going up in size, downsizing, whatever you're doing, you could be doing that around your area, or you could be wanting to relocate or buy something else and put more behind you, like a stronger investment. Nine of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. And a lot of you have already given this thought, or you will in time. Some of you, it's just making sure it's the right outcome or judgment, taking the risk, the Fool, Ace of Wands reversed, the Knight of Wands, letting go of the worry, emotionally not being stuck on it. Just if you have a passion or desire, and this is your card, if you have a passion or a desire at this time, just go after it. Eight of Cups reversed, the Knight of Cups, the Hanged Man, the King of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups. Oh shit! So if you have like a sex situation happen for you, Leo, it's like it tells me it's on, off, and then it falls off completely. It falls down the fucking ladder. Eight of Pentacles reverse. It's not working no more. There's no more fucking communication. Knight of Pentacles is not building anymore, and now you start focusing on building your career all over again. Secretly, you may be aware that you have to be strong to recognize, was it worth the fucking effort? The Eight of Swords reverses. If you see something, so Leo, I'm going to sum it up. Whether you're a woman or a man, you could have a good time or a good several times. Leo, you could have a good several times with a person, but at the end, that's all it was. I can't fucking say it any other way. That's all the fuck it was. So you could have fun with somebody for a while, but that's all it's going to be. And then you get back to your motivation. I feel like that's what Leo, the energy I see for you is things are trickling down in a sense where if you take the direction, almost like if you were like Santa and you want to steer the fucking reindeer and you want to slap Rudolph in the back of the fucking head and make that red nose glow, make sure that some bitch is taking you in the right direction, it's at your disposal completely. I feel like it's completely at your disposal. And the last card to pick up is Leo card, strength card, and it was showing me the backside. Didn't fucking know that. I feel like that's the secret awareness that you can build towards. And if you haven't been seeing it happen, that's what you're probably supposed to work towards. What in the hell? I do feel like if you get involved in a relationship, it's like you make time for it, you have fun. You don't talk for a couple of days, you have fun again. You start talking a little bit more, you have fun, and then all of a sudden, where the fuck did it go? Whether it's 3, 4, 5 times, something like that. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know. That's what the cards are showing. We're going to move on to Virgo. Here we go. I haven't even been looking at the comments. How is everybody? Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jackie Morris. Hi, Jackie Moss. I called you Morris. Hi, Joy. I gotta pee. I might have to go upstairs and pee. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't expect that. But I've been drinking a lot of fluid and eating a lot less. And it's just too humid out here. The humidity out here is god-awful. Oh, God. I didn't want to stop the video for a minute to go pee, but I might have to. Oof. I don't know if I'll make it through the rest. I don't think I'm gonna. I'll try. But if I get that urge to go, I'm going. I mean, I just did. If I get it again, I'm probably not. Damn you. I'm off tomorrow, but I kind of want to go back to work, and I just might. just might go back to work on my day off. Thank you, Rhonda, for the birthday wish. Very nice of you. All I've really noticed is I'm getting more gray hair. My body's getting more sore in weird places too. Other than that, that's it. I don't have any plans. I gotta work on it, so. I thought I had the night on. I looked at the days and I was like, shit, when I realized that. Because I don't want to fucking go to work on my birthday, but I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. It's not the first time that's going to happen. It's not the last. And I'm not the type where I'm like, unless I make plans, I'm not the type where I'm going to take that shit off. I have to make the plans like 3 weeks, a month in advance. And if I make the plans, I stick to them. Here we go, Virgo. What's the energy for Virgo? What happen next? That feels good. What's here for Virgo? What will happen next? Ooh, I like how that flipped. You'll be very productive. I feel like you're going to stay productive from now until your season. It may slow down at the end of October for some reason. Or you may feel complacent at that point. Something about you feeling complacent at that point. Feeling like you've achieved more than you expected from now till October. Whatever the fuck that's about. So into like Libra season, I feel like if it's felt stagnant or almost abrasive or just non-existent to your liking, it's going to start shifting. If it hasn't started now, watch in August when it starts happening. Okay, here we go. Let's hear it for. Oh, I was like, if it's the same card, that'd be awesome. It isn't, though. The Chariot reversed. Why is that reversed? Have you had delays? Have you had problems? Whether it's vehicle issues. So I get this, like you may have had vehicle or timing issue, timing restraint, more of timing restraint with situations. Some of you, it's with having the patience for yourself to let this harvest, this whole thing I just talked about from August to October. You might have been, something about you might have been waiting a while too to see the outcome. And that's your card, the Hermit. You might have been waiting for it, trying not to hold back or worry about it. Some of you, it's accepting the loss of connecting or the judgment of the outcome of making all parties happy that were invested in the situation. So there's more than one. This is for the Virgo that is trying to keep everybody happy in the situation. Or maybe that was your aim, but now your aim is really kind of, I feel like you're holding your ground. Or if you need to continue holding your ground. And I do feel like you're at the verge of losing patience with that situation. Or you may have identified, I can't do that again. I can't lose my patience or worry about what cutting free of the outcome of my surroundings with that Three of Cups. Let's keep going. I don't get a worry feeling of you. At one point, if you were worried, I feel like it did slow down. You feeling I feel like emotionally you were trying to hide how you felt. Emotionally and I'm not going to say spiritually. I don't feel like spiritually. I think it might have distracted you spiritually, honestly. What I get emotionally is emotional and on a parameter of building up again, starting over. Or yeah, you have a very strong I needed to accept what I have to accept reading. I needed to accept it, and I have to be patient with it. I can't get stuck or devalue the wheel, moving away from a situation, breaking free of silence, maybe even being silent at times. Page of Swords is focusing. I feel like you had to recognize that, like you were the wolf, and you wanted to become friends with the rabbit, but you couldn't become friends with the rabbit. The rabbit always was able to elude the situation or just vanish from it. Or you needed to expose that it wasn't the right fit. Whatever the fuck that's about. could have been an ex. This could have been an ex. This could have been an ex. The Four of Cups represents a younger man. You could have a young son or a younger child with this person. You could have many children with the bags of blood that they're carrying. The child is. Give me something else. Oh my God, I just thought of something. Oh my God, that's leery. It's very weary. I just thought of Cancer's reading. Because I couldn't make sense, and I can't believe I remembered it, but my brain just tagged on. Sorry, Virgo, but we're going to talk about Cancer for a second. I just thought about, I couldn't make fucking sense at the beginning of that reading. I'm like, what the fuck is it trying to tell me? Like, why am I tagging along with this, the death part of a situation? And there's somebody that I work with I just recently found out she's a Cancer and she lost her mom. I don't think I tagged into her storyline all that much, but I think it was trying to seep through. Anyways, here we go. I don't know. I don't remember what I said after that. And I don't know much of it because I didn't want to know. I decided I don't want to know. Imagine telling a family member, like a lot of people are going to witness death this year. They're going to watch people die that they care about. And then you just keep hearing about people that are dying. Strangers, you start a new career. In 2 months, you advance into being the boss. Those people aren't there, but they came to you. They confided in you and that man wanted to confide into you about the dead brother. Has no idea he's talking to a psychic medium. And I'm like, dude, like I got to focus on what we're doing. We have so much to do here. Like I can't do that job and this job right now. Anyways, here we go. He doesn't know that though. I eventually showed him when he brought it up more than once. He brought it up so many fucking times that I was like, let me show you something. And I showed him stuff you guys write in my comments. And I'm like, you have no idea how far the rabbit hole goes. I'm like, not to toot my own horn, not to, like, he just looked at me and he was like, the way you are, the way you carry yourself, and like the way you work, I never would have expected that. Most of them wouldn't know that. And I don't want most of them to know that because not everybody's willing to understand it. Anyways, let's go back to Virgo. 9 of Cups. So you could be a woman that feels like you had to come to an unlawful, or you were treating unlawfully, or just an unhappy outcome. You could have also had fear that whatever the outcome's gonna be, that I get like you could have felt like you were gonna lose. The Knight of Wands, the Moon. That's not for everybody. That's for some of you. You could have felt like you were gonna lose. Some of you had to trust trust yourself and balance out the situation and show passion for the situation. That's all it takes in life. Balance and patience. You have the Queen of Wands, Leo energy. You have Temperance, Sagittarian energy together, and then stability energy. So you kind of might have had to, I don't want to say just rationalize or analyze, even though you're the analytical sign. I feel like you had to use that to your advantage, but also really go deep within how you felt about a situation emotionally, or how you may have felt emotionally abused, or felt how the kids were being played unfair. So you may not have been the only one that was getting the short stick in a situation. What the hell? 8 of Swords reversed, Knight of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. I do feel like you've let this go, or you're working towards it, and you also may be working towards your finances and not trying to stress about communications that happen. More or less just trying to build for yourself, or structure your own happiness, your own desire, your own outcome with a Magician upright. The 4 of Swords. You may have thought about this a lot, or given this a lot of practicality before you went to sleep. You definitely did, is what it tells me, with the Magician, the 4 Swords, and then the Ace of Pentacles. It's almost like before you fell asleep, took that long 6, 8 hours, 4 hours of sleep, whatever, maybe a nap, whatever you did, you were methodically, without knowing what you're doing, planning ahead. Some of you were doing it and consciously weren't aware that you were doing it. Some of you were aware of what you needed to do, and it just started to unravel itself. Queen of Pentacles. things are going to start looking better for you. And I think a lot of it has to do with deep manifestation and you trusting that. The Hermit's here, the High Priestess is here, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Star. I feel like you were trying to reach a higher perspective, and now you're getting control of that situation, or it's starting to unravel itself. You're starting to show what you were worried about was a waste of time. I actually really like that. That teaches you something. Balance, the World, the Fool. You may have been scared to do it on your own, or felt like you were going to be all alone. Some of you felt like you were going to have to do it all on your all alone, and it wasn't the desired outcome I feel like you wanted. The Eight of Cups is upright, and the Knight of Cups with Pat, because you cared about the situation. Even if you told me, no, I don't care about it, it's not going to distract me with my happiness, you'd be lying about the fact that you either did, it's like you wanted to see change, you wanted the correct change, but you wanted the right change for all, including yourself. There's lasers in that, and I feel like you knew this, but emotionally you held back on what you knew. This does feel like you have a completely, I do not feel like I'm reading your love situation. I feel like I'm reading your home situation that you can't lie about, or that you know it's not just your imagination that something changed or became part of the past. It was more or less, is the book going to be written without me? And you had to learn that this ending needed to happen for a reason. It wasn't the ending of all time. Doesn't mean you're always going to be alone. It just means you have to wait through the communication, maybe the system, to see something be cut out or just fairly in the love situation. You also may be wanting to fight or strive for an awesome connection. I feel like you're wanting to fight or strive for an awesome connection, or if you're in a connection, to see it rise to a higher level of existence. The Empress is reversed with Death. So I get this energy where you have a very empowered reading. The Empress is reversed with the Death to the Five of Swords to the Two of Cups. I feel like you're not letting things fuck you up. You're saying, no, I'm not going to let things fuck me up. I'm not going to let them emotionally burn me. I'm not going to let them hurt me. You're like, my emotions are intact. If it wasn't willing to fight for me, it doesn't need to be here. Three of Wands, I'm done. You have like a I'm done energy. Like you're fending for yourself, and you may also be fending for the ones that I'm going to show you the card I can't stop staring at, fending for the ones that you wanted to see get the best. Or some of you, it may have been a hope and a prayer. There's some of you out there, it may have been a hope and a prayer. So what was done to you may have been done to others, and you were hoping for the best outcome. But I do get you worried like too much about it. It caused either too much anxiety or stress. It also may have frustrated you so much it gave you headaches, or it made you feel like you were very unproductive. And I feel like this went on for like 3 to 6 months. Anyways, we're done. That's what I have for Virgo. Libra. All right, Libra in a second. That doesn't have to be like it was in the backyard yesterday. It feels like something you had to contemplate and get over, Virgo. And it took a while, but you did it. I feel like not only did you do it, I feel like you had to silence the silence. And that doesn't make a lot of sense. But think about it. You had to silence the silence. So you may have felt like you were getting silenced, and you had to silence that. But then you had to silence the silence of what was not getting done correctly. That's fucking strange, but I feel like you're aware of that. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Here we go. Libra. Libra. Why? I don't know. I see Virgo. You had a little bit of struggle, and you were trying so hard to be timid. Let's get to Libra, though. Let's get to Libra. Libra. What's here for Libra? What will happen next? What time? We'll go bottom. We'll go top. So any thoughts you may have? I get this weird challenging energy with you. The King of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. I get this weird challenging, look at that. I get this weird challenging energy with you and wanting the changes of it big time. Wanting the outcome to why do I feel, honestly, what I feel for Libras right now, I just got this weird, watch out for shortness of breath or weird pains or feeling lightheaded too. I don't feel lightheaded, but I did just almost feel like I got a pain that was under my ribs. So something around your rib cage area may be disturbing you. You may have a sore rib, or you may just feel this weird fucking feeling. Some of you, you could even feel lightheaded, like when you go to get up. Watch out for getting up too fast, something like that. Um, Anyways, the Nine of Swords to the King of Pentacles to the Fool to the Tower. I see for you, it looks like you were trying not to be confused with what was going to be practical or work or kind of build your empire. Climb to the top of the ladder energy. There's no ladder in that card. I just feel like you were constructively trying to keep moving upward without confusion or being frustrated. You also may have felt like, clarify the top. Let's see what you get. Clarify the top for Libra. Some of you Libras had a plan, is what this tells me. Some of you Libras had a plan, and now it's like you're making a new plan, is what it looks like. Or you're going to start thinking about. So why do I get some of you may have thought about revamping something you've done, but now it's like you've negated that and said, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to come up with a brand new plan, and that's what I'm going to go after. With that Nine of Swords to the Four of Swords reversed under it. Back and forth with being happy about what didn't work out. There's the ladder in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles. Whatever didn't show up, whatever you strive for to climb to the top of, that had the plateau effect, I don't want to say analyzing. I feel like you're aware of that. And now you're going to try to reconstruct a new way of doing it. You're trying at this time, you could be trying to trust the process and move towards it. I feel like you're trying to trust the process or trust your decisions. So a lot of what I see is you feeling like you had to make certain decisions that were best for you, but then being confused when it came to the decisions that you wanted to make at the same time. That Nine of Swords and that Four of Swords makes me feel like you were a little confused or frustrated with setting a goal, and then the goal doesn't plan out exactly the way you saw it. The King of Pentacles to the Wheel feels like it doesn't mean it's not going to show up or you're not going to get in front of it. The Fool is you about you taking risks, but the Eight of Pentacles is the ones that didn't work, leaving behind. The Tower and the High Priestess is knowing how to have change of perspective and trust more of the process towards one thing, your stability, or the way you plan ahead. You're going to work on it regardless. You have the Six of Swords facing the stability card. You may have been already working on it for several months. You may have noticed it for a while and not really said much about it, Libra. So I feel like you're going to stay very productive, but I also feel like you're going to aim for the new more than focus on things that you think you can resurrect or make work, whatever that's about. I don't know why that's here. Queen of Wands reverse. What's going on? Maybe lack of stress. So somehow you're not going to let things that may have confused you or been upsetting to you be of damage. I feel like you're going to put that. I saw a dump truck. I feel like they're in the garbage for a reason, and you're aware of that. Or you know the saying, "I'm not going to fix what's broken." Well, I feel like you're more on the outlines of "I'm going to fix what's been broken." And I'm not going to reiterate what didn't work and try to make it work. I'm going to try a brand new avenue. Or I feel like if you're not concerned about doing that, maybe you should be working towards that. What's the Ten of Wands reversed? The Seven of Pentacles, the Lovers. Some of you, it's accepting what happened in a love situation. Some of you, it is a financial situation that didn't show up the way you were hoping. You have a push and pull energy with finances and love. Clarify these two. Clarify those two, please. Libra. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not do that. Let's not land on my... All right, so we're going to give him the one that I almost bent in half. There's a situation where emotionally somebody was lying, and I think you became aware of it with the Nine of Cups upright. It was not healthy. It was toxic. It was a lover. Page of Pentacles. There was somebody you wanted growth and stability with. I feel like you found out they were all about fucking games. That sucks. I'm sorry, but I feel like the strength reversed in the world was your way of interpreting that you know, this wasn't your obstacle to overcome. It was all about them figuring out their losses, weighing the balance, the outcomes. I feel like you want to open your heart again or move towards it, but I feel at the same time you still linger in having the patience emotionally or the investment towards opening up the communication. I feel like you're stuck in a rock and a hard spot, but you want to open up with your happiness, and you know you want to make the decision. You may worry about, is it worth the effort emotionally, or I get a disaster. Should I do it, or will it fall apart? Like, will I get the victory or will I not? I think you got to give yourself time. Honestly, I feel like you got to give yourself time. Understand the past for what it was. Don't have fear and anxiety or focus on what already had happened. I feel like the messages don't do that. Just train your mind to see the situation that may have occurred or erupted in a version of respect for yourself, but also to where secretly it kind of slowed your progress from going towards what's going to make you happy, or you fighting for it. You might have dealt with a player. I feel like you dealt with a player or something that wasn't happy at home, that essentially you cut out or got cut out from you. Whether you cut it out or something got cut out from you. Whether you cut it out or they cut it out, I don't know. It's cut out. That's 4 no's. 6 of Pentacles. Why do I feel like you're striving for balance and to prove, I don't want to say existence, but prove the reality that things could get better. Hoping to see things become stable. Wanting to have the communication, but emotionally not really ready to invest in it. I also feel like you fucking know what I'm telling you. 2 of Pentacles tells me you're aware, and it's all about a time thing. It's about being patient before you pick up that, pick up the sword and start going. You may have to cut out things around you too that emotionally distract you or upset you from what you want to manifest. Because if you're trying to manifest abundance, you cannot focus on the things that upset you. The more you focus on the things that upset you, the more they distract you from the things you want. That's what I have for Libra. I don't think that one made any fucking sense, but we're gonna move on. That one I just read. I just didn't. Just say whatever the fuck it looks like it's coming out. Keep going. I studied hard for some of you, Libra, but not towards the probably the last 25 cards. I'm like, no, just let it fall out. Some of you, it's about resurrecting your happiness. And I don't feel like money can do anything for you in that area. Whether you're doing good or you're struggling or you're worried about where you're going to be or if you're going to have enough, I feel like it's knowing a love situation went to the crapper or in the fucking dump truck that I saw, and crawling out of that without reflecting that towards the next relationship again. 143. It's all about love. Sometimes it isn't about what was done to us. It's about what was done to us and how it changed not only our perceptive of why it was done to us. Sometimes it's about looking at the black and the gray areas. Sometimes you got to look at the whole darkness of a situation that happened to you, but you got to jump into the gray area where you were part of that, where you were a participant too. Anyways, let's go to Scorpio. Let's go to Scorpio. These match my, look at that. I didn't even realize that. These match these. Kind of, sort of. They kind of match them. Here we go. Scorpio. for Scorpio. Why do I get you have to decide, make a decision right off the bat, like Scorpios? You got to make a decision on if you're gonna go towards, if you're gonna move towards more fun celebrations. You may have to be careful with this decision too. What the hell? Some of you might put work in front of it, or have put so much ground, like heavy feet on the ground, running towards work. The Fool wants to come out, and that it might just be what all that you're playing with it. I do feel like somehow I feel like the need to say, have fun with your work, the Knight of Wands to the Seven of Pentacles, and the investments you've created, but don't forget to have fun with other experiences. Don't overweigh one from the other. If you dealt with disruptive communication or a person, I feel like you may have dealt with somebody who would have blown smoke up your nose in a family situation or told you everything you wanted to hear but not committed to any of it in the past. Scorpio, I feel like you dealt with somebody in the past, whatever sign it could be. It could be a fire sign, could be an earth sign, definitely could be a fire sign, earth sign. Whoever you dealt with in the past, they had all this inspiring love for you that they may have. It's almost like they saw this working with who? With you. But what happened? What happened? I feel like they watched you walk away or get away. Somebody walked away. Either you walked away or they walked away from you. And that is what leads you to a victory. So either you had to leave them, you had to be exposed to that what you were playing with wasn't healthy, or they needed to be. Somebody had to let it go. Somebody was sleeping on the job in a situation. This may have been something too that emotionally you already were aware of. Some of you were aware of it. Others of you were worried about making the wrong decision. I don't think you did. I think what you did is you recognized I dealt with somebody who wasn't treating me correctly or showing me honestly genuine love, true fucking love. That's why they got cut the fuck out. And I feel like whether they cut you out and it was a lesson for you to learn why you got cut out and teach yourself about yourself, or vice versa. If you cut them out, it was to show it wasn't the judgment or outcome for you. It was to help you overcome and not deal with deceptive energy. This person you don't speak with. If this resonates, you don't talk to this person. Balance and emotion. I feel like it may have. So some of you, I feel like you were emotionally more ahead of the situation or advanced than the person you dealt with. You may have went further in life. You may have had a stronger mindset in life. You may have been more of a go-getter. Others of you, if it was the opposite, let me tell you something. I feel like what it's teaching you is you can't lie about the communications or working on your own or going after the change and the sacrifice and making the decision. Whoo, ha ha! Ace of Pentacles. You're very, very fluid with wanting to see success career, but also having kind of like a outside. I get this outside energy on you, like this outside life, building it. So why do I feel like you want to build like money, but you also like money, be very, very independent, but you also want to go out and be, I get like an exposure energy on you or needing to do so. Why? Maybe so you can find a new lover. Damned if I know. Queen of Pentacles. Maybe so that can come towards you. That's the Knight of Cups to come towards you. Maybe so you can manifest it. Manifest what? A new lover. Your reading was simple. Others of you may have also felt like the person you dealt with is going to reach back out. I do feel like if they did, you would turn them down, or you would know it's too stressful, or you wouldn't feel like it's emotionally the right thing to have patience for. And I do feel like you've been ahead of the curve on that. You've been waiting for the cry out of help. Some of you have been waiting to hear from this person, or some of you may have felt intuitively like if I don't hear from them, I'm going to hear about them. The Hierophant, the Moon, the King of Swords, the Hangman. Some of you just feel like it's only a matter of time, but at the same time, you've hoped whatever you were exposed to or dealt with in a love. This feels like a lover in a love situation. Like you do wish them on their way in happiness, but you're not going to stress about where you're going. That your reading was simple. Easy for me to read. Three of Cups reversed, the Four of Wands. So somebody, what it tells me is somebody couldn't come for the ride. Somebody couldn't come from the ride. Somebody was basically exonerated from being allowed to be there with you. It was too fucking chaotic when it came to trusting the love or emotionally moving and working with it. Somebody, I feel like somebody gave up, whether it was you or the guy who liked to play fucking games or put it. I'm not going to say the guy liked to maybe play with too many women. There's a lot of women around in this reading. Knight of Swords, Six of Cups, Five of Pentacles. This person may be estranged from their family or might have left a young child behind. They have regrets. Seven of Cups. Their imagination is closed, by the way, too. Definitely closed. The Five of Cups and then the Seven of Cups. Their imagination, when it comes to understanding like the esoteric or spiritualism, their mind's shut. They're trying to figure it out now. I just hope, I never like to say or be negative, pessimistic. I always try to be optimistic, but sometimes it's too late to make the changes in life. It's not always. There are people that fucking get married. They stay married for 40 years. They divorce at 66 years old. It's fucking very rare. It's very rare that happens. It's very rare that people stay fucking married today. It's not like 1935, 1945, where couples stayed together, whether it was a good relationship or unhealthy is shit. So I do feel like somebody's trying to find themselves, and it's somebody you dealt with. Thank you for the super chat. We all deal with different things in life, so it is for us to kind of nurture and appreciate and kind of be attentive to. The best perspective I could put anything in is the more attentive you become. It's good to do it with grace or be peaceful, but sometimes all you have to have is being attentive to a situation, whether you put your 2 fucking cents in or not. And that's all it takes. You know, it's all it takes. Make the decision. Do what's good for you or for everybody invested. But make it come from a place of love or the heart, and you can't lose. You shouldn't lose. And if you do lose, then I have to come up with a new strategy that may work. But right now, that's what works for me. And I know what may work for me may not work for another. All right, let's go on. Sagittarius. I need some coffee. My mouth is dry. Saggy. Here we go. Whatever this is. Stability. Stability. Some of you may look at new job proposals or be waiting on an offer. Knight of Pentacles, wanting to further investments. Some of you, I hope you're not playing with money that you've invested or having to reach into it, feeling like money's lacking. Or I get more or less, I'm going to say it. If you're younger, you're going after wanting to focus on being more productive. And when I say productive, it seems financially. Knight of Cups reversed to the Seven of Wands reversed. What's going on? To the Two of Pentacles. You could also feel like, so if you're with somebody, you could feel like the other person isn't investing enough in you or the family. What the fuck? All right, let's keep going. And that might be why you're trying to pull the production out or be more productive. Have a better career job. Let's just fucking say it in English, Leon. Have a better career job. Some of you could also be trying to let go of the wounds of the loss of something. It's a person. Okay, whether it's some of you, it's the loss of a love situation or it's the loss of a person. I do feel like whatever it is you missed the communication with this individual, whether it was there or never really got to there. Some of you, it feels like it could be a child or somebody young. I feel like it's you are young or the person is young that this happened with. And I do feel like you hold back the way like. There's no emotional cards on the board, but it's making me want to get emotional. I feel like you hold back your emotions. It's almost like you try to pretend like it's not there. Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, and emotionally, that just makes me feel like you're aware of that. It has to do with family. I do feel like you're trying to come out of that feeling and stay productive. You know balance is what's necessary. You may have felt like when it came to love situations, they weren't showing up for you. You may have given a lot of thought about working it through the solution, like getting through the problem to the solution. But at the end of the day, it might have lacked patience or forward growth. When it comes to stability, I see you venturing out. So for the single Sagittarius, I see, especially if you're younger, the message is either somebody's vying for you to do more for yourself and go after more. I'm done. Go after more celebrations. That card's on the bottom over here, and I'm staring at it down here. Let go of a love situation that came to a closure. The wheels reversed. The Queen of Wands. You may have had a lot of passion or stressed out about getting reconnected to it or committed to it. You may have even had a hard time of letting go of the love situation for some of you. Is what it tells me. But sometimes it's best not to lie about where we land, and to start new communications, to move in that direction. I do feel like you had a hard time believing that was the right way to go about it. I do believe you try. You're working through that, or it took a while. It took you a while to not worry about it or let it go, to cut free of it, to trust it. Something about trust the judgment or the outcome. Recognize shit. It's gone. The love, it became lust. We fell out of love. Kind of reading. King of Cups. I was obsessing on a situation that already ended. This could be a cross-watchers read. You could feel they did this to you, by the way. The Sun. Focus on your happiness. And Two of Wands. Make the decision. Why is the Seven of Cups? You may have felt like... I just get this energy like you may have felt like you were treated unfairly. With the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Swords reversed, the Three of Swords upright, and then the Ace of Pentacles. You may have felt like somebody towards the end, they showed you they never really cared. The Ace of Wands with the Tower. And a lot of that was the change setting in. You being rocked by the outcome. The Emperor's reversed. Five of Cups, allowing something to complete. And knowing that it's probably what needed to happen so you could go after what's next. Sometimes it's hard to let go of things we want to work or build towards. Look at this, work or build towards. But they become part of our past to teach us what wasn't meant for us and what can become meant for us, Sagittarius. Take care of yourself right now, and I feel like that's what you're going to do. But I also feel like you cannot let go of going after excitement. Whether you're younger or older, do not let go of excitement. I feel like you need to play with that more. I feel like you're not doing that. I feel like you know you want to, but I feel like you haven't been moving towards it. That's your reading. Okay. All right. Thank you all for being here. If you don't mind, if you remember, please smash the like button. Capricorn. Moving right along. How long have I been on? Oh, not that fast. I'm like, we're moving right along. I've been on for 2 hours. No, we're not, Leon. My freaking ice melted. Shit. It's cold, but it won't be for long. That's not half as good. It's like, yeah. Here we go. I'm going to do it. I love when it does that. First card's out. Capricorn. Don't stress. I'm going to tell you. Be your own energy right now. You should know that. I feel like if you've been worried, stop it. My message, stop it. My message to Capricorn, stop it. If you're worried, I feel like you've got, it's weird. I'm going to use the analogy of another sign. I feel like you got the fucking bull by the horns right now. I feel like you have it by the bull by the horns. Some of you have sacrificed or felt like you've had to sacrifice relationships or situations. And I get this family energy, even though it's all single people. You've had to do everything single-handedly. And because of this, I feel like it's slowed you down from feeling practical with what could happen. Some of you stress out about money, and there's no reason to stress out about money either. And you know that to me, that's like, well, what the fuck would you do that for? I don't know. Everybody's different. The Hangman reversed, Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. That's you stressing. That's you definitely not playing. That's you back and forth, like knowing you've probably made good investments, but then basically saying, I want to go towards the right investment, but then being unaware if it's right. The Hangman with the Strength is you trying to overcome it. The Knight of Wands is you in reverse, is you definitely knowing you need to stop kind of telling yourself one thing or doing. So some of you have been hung up on something that happened in life, and you're letting that get in the way of true happiness. There's no love up there, but I can feel that that has something to do with your happiness. Here we go. The anxiety, maybe the communication, maybe always feeling like every time you deal with something, you get lied to or get treated like a fucking option, and it puts you right back into the investment of yourself. Why do I feel like you worry about the own investment or something you whether you've created or you want to passionately go towards and create? Some of you, there could be a situation. I get a loss energy too. Like you could feel the loss of something. Maybe it's feeling the loss of having the stability behind you, the Five of Swords to the Queen of Swords. Communicate to the universe or to your spirit guides or to yourself more of what you want. I think you'll get there. I think you'll land on your feet. I feel like you're putting your own swords in your own self when the only lesson to teach you is to keep manifesting it. If you do it, it's the boat's going to show up. Simple as that. I feel like you're creating your own stress when it's not even there. I feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like you're putting more stress on you. Some of you are putting stress on you because of something that was hard to get over. There's a situation, it could have been hard to get over. Page of Pentacles, reversed. Three of Pentacles, reversed. You might have lost something, and it may have put you in a depression for some of you. Five of Cups, that person looks depressed as shit. Somebody may have died. It may have slowed you off, pulled you off track. When I feel like your track is supposed to be going 120 miles an hour. The train track is moving, and you're supposed to be moving with it, is what I feel on you. Let's keep going. Wise balance here. It all starts with you balancing out how you feel about your thoughts. Eight of Wands. You're letting go of separation. It's reversed. The Fool is reversed. I feel like you're not taking enough necessary risks. Emotionally, you hold back. 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands. You know what's happened. So there's a situation where I feel like something's out of your control and you're aware of it, and you have to accept it. You have to accept it. It's part of your past, so you can learn, move on, and then go towards either love, or you may be trying to go toward wanting love, but wanting the fruits of your labor to still coexist. Something like that. I feel like what you're doing is going to keep building momentum. Why do I get like you hold this to your chest? Some of you, the love department. I feel like you hold that bullshit to your chest when it's being patient or believing it'll actually come out for the right outcome. You want it. It tells me you fucking want it, but it doesn't. Yeah, it's like you don't see that. I do feel like you feel like you could be that independent or entrepreneur and emotionally self-support, self-sufficient. That's excellent, but you long for the lover. The disconnection, I know you fucking can't stand it. It tells me you can't stand it. Some of you can't stand the disconnection with a lost, whether it's a lost mate, a lost friend, a lost soulmate, whatever. You're trying not to have anxiety or let the stresses get to you. The judgment was never in your control, but you have to trust. Just because something came to a stop or a halt, you can passionately move forward. You may also feel like you lie to yourself about moving forward in a direction that's going to work out for the better. You're lying to yourself. You have to trust the process and not have worry or fear. Let go of what is and approach the world in that manner, and you'll win. Emotionally, I don't feel like you speak about it. I feel like you repress it with the Devil reverse. I feel like you repress this feeling. King of Cups, emotionally hold back on this shit. Ace of Wands. And I do think you want to strive for happiness when it comes to love and passion. So a lot of you, this is for the person who hasn't been in a sex relationship for a while. If you haven't been committed to sex, or if sex seems like a fucking circus. When I don't know if circus is the right word. That's probably a fucking horrible word. But it seems like a merry-go-round where like you have sex with somebody, you get invested, it lasts 6 months, it lasts a year, it lasts 8 months, whatever the hell, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, a fucking couple of dates. I don't know. Some shit like that. I feel like what's going on is you're not tackling what you really want. There was a multiple part in that. Some of you, it's coming out of depression because of the loss of getting over what hurts you. And it was something that was completely, that was human nature. It could have been the loss of a friend, family member, soulmate, something like that. Others of you, it's the loss of connection with family helping, and you always having to strive for independence. That could have been what put you in your depression. And I feel like you're trying to work out of that, but I feel like you're holding back communication. I feel like you're holding back oh, look at this, communication. And I don't feel like it's with your stability. I feel like it's with the love of a situation. It could be the love of a home situation, or seeing it actually happen, or believing to have patience that you can fall back in love, or get true love. I'm over it. Or get true love. That's your reading. I'm over that one. But I feel like you're on track, and the only thing kicking you off track is, I'm not going to say negative thinking, but the wrong fucking thinking. And I feel like the more you focus on thinking more differently, the better you'll reach your solutions. The faster you'll attain what you want. Fuck, I understand that completely. Like, I get it. And if speed is what you're looking for to get to something, go for it. I know exactly what you're going through because I've seen where speed hasn't shown up, but it probably should have a long time ago. But I've owned it, accepted it. Some of you, I don't feel we're the complete same with that. Me being a Leo, you being a Capricorn. I feel the necessary need for you is just changing the perspective and the outcome. And I see it working. I see it working more for you than it has for me. Okay. That's what I got for you. Yes or no? Uprights, yes. Reverses, no. I'm going to fucking see what the fuck happens. No. So no. This is for the Capricorn. You're not communicating with somebody. If you're in conversation with somebody, it's not for you. The only communication I see you with or working with, if you focus on your stability, the only communication I'm seeing is around a career. You may be collaborating or doing something like that with somebody, a business situation. But as far as love, it's a hell to the no. You got the Lovers in reverse to start. You got the Knight of Swords not moving towards it, rushing towards it. I feel like you want to, passionate about it, but where's the communication? You're waiting the arrival. So either you're not stepping towards it or it hasn't been approaching you, which I feel more or less it's you sitting back because that's upright. The Page of Pentacles reversed. The Five of Swords. Yeah, that just gets me to like, you don't want it to get to you. The Four of Pentacles and communication made me feel like you want to establish more either business oriented or stay subject to business or end up doing something, collaborating with somebody business wise, more than focusing on love. Some of you may be overcompensating a business or basically a financial matter over love. It may be kind of like your crutch. Instead of eating chocolate at night or, eating something sugary, your crutch is progress with money over the love situation that hasn't shown, longevity. I don't know. That's what I see. Anyways, let's keep going. Aquarius. If anybody's, Sarah, I hope you feel better. Somebody's sick. There's been a couple of people that were sick around me at work. And thank God I didn't get sick. I thought I was going to get their sickness. My throat started hurting the other night and then it went away. I was like, thank God it's gone. That would have sucked. I don't want to have anybody else's sickness. That's just my fat ass moving up to the table, banging into it. All right, here we go. What's the message for Aquarius? What will happen next? what will happen next for Aquarius? Top and bottom, whatever. I'm just going to trust that. So either you're going to make a decision to move towards somebody, or somebody wants you to make a decision to move towards them. I'll leave that for you. The Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords. Why do I get hesitant energy there? So you're hesitant to make it, to trust an outcome, or could be with an Earth air sign, by the way. Somebody's hesitant. It definitely could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So somebody wants to come approach you, or you were thinking about approaching somebody. The Lovers is out. All air energy, Knight of Swords. So I feel like somebody's wanting to come back towards the situation. I don't, whether it's you or them, whoever this is, clarify it. What's going to happen if that happens? Show me something. It's a dud. It'll come in and it'll go out. Basically, it'll be like a chain. It'll be like a dirty diaper. It'll be sex. Two of Cups reversed, the Tower upright, the Ace of Wands reversed. It's sex. It's sex, and it's probably like some crazy fucking demonic sex. I don't know, fucking choke me sex, or fucking slap my ass sex. Whatever the fuck that is. That could be, I hope you're laughing on the other side of the screen after that one, because I almost started laughing. Demonic sex. That was ridiculous. It could be, honestly, it could be something like it would just upset you again, to be real with you. It could be like it would just upset you again. The Ten of Cups is reversed. It would change. It'd be a good time. I mean, and shit, you guys are drinking each other's blood. How the fuck is that not a good time, you dirty sons of... It'd be a good time, but emotionally, I feel like that somebody would feel like they became unavailable or were put by the trash. We're treated like trash, kind of. If you like that trashy sex, go for it. But Strength reversed and Death. I don't feel like it would last. I think if anything, it would cause more of a disruption, or a person would regret the engagement. I get something about I would regret the engagement with the situation. Oh, you ever done something where you're like, why did I do that? Like with another person, or you felt uncomfortably awkward afterwards, and like you never seen them again or did something? I've done that. I feel like that, fuck it, that's never come up with my reads. I feel like that's what you would do. Or you would feel and you would hold it to yourself, whatever. All right, let's keep going. Page of Swords, the Star. Communication would stop. So whatever happens, the Page of Swords tells me communication would stop. You may be waiting or daydreaming about the communication to start unfolding, or hearing something about hearing from them, waiting the call, the text. It never comes in. The person is probably off doing the same freaky deaky with somebody else. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. You could be very independent. Something about, I see you focusing on independence this time. I feel like independence or family values this time. Some of you are also letting go of family trauma or past shit. And I do feel like you're doing that. The cards aren't telling me that. That's me feeling you psychically. I feel like you're doing that, and you're doing that with the right mannerism or momentum, just correctly. Correctly is the easiest way to say that to you guys. Not mannerism, that's the wrong word. You're doing that like right. Holy shit, here you are. I think you need to trust that. And I also see you going after a lot of success, and it's probably going to build very well for you. If you're trying to do something new in a career, even if it's not brand new, I just feel like things are going to start to get easier. Where things may have been hard for you in the past, the judgments, I feel like the Empress is letting you know things are about to calm down. You're about to stop having the anxieties that you had over the situation. Of what? The Eight of Swords is reversed with the Eight of Pentacles upright. Seeing things unfold the way that you want it. Some of you, it has to do with career or your foundations, or the way you view things, or the way you may be in a very, very powerful learning process. I feel like if that's how you feel right now, trust the process. Don't let things disturb you. Keep yourself emotionally intact, and be your own boss with your own emotions. I do feel like it pays off. The message for you is I feel like it pays off. Don't let anything ride your anxiety. If anything comes towards you to throw you off of, if things start to feel like they're going well for you, or now or soon, or have been, keep going in that direction. And then if love's meant to show up and communicate or come towards you, it will. But as far as, I feel like you need to stay closed off to anything negative, anything that could keep you stuck or make you lose lack of sleep. I feel like your answer is no. And I feel like you need to stay strong to that decision. Some of you may have the option for either new, I almost said apparel. You may buy new clothes or have the option to get clothes at a discount that you weren't expecting, or just buying a new wardrobe. Something about apparel and clothing. I see you wanting to get more. Are you getting more of that? Doing something like that? Maybe changing the way you dress or look. Could be clearing the closet, but I feel like more of you're buying new stuff. Darker colors, by the way. Knight of Cups. I see if a man reaches out, you're going to tell him no. I feel like you tell him no, or you know he's lying. You also may feel like he treated you I feel like you've been in that situation more than once, where you were treated unfair, whether you were cheated on or you were disregarded, not only emotionally, but on the level of just being genuine. I feel like somebody tried to lean on your energy. Two of Wands, the Three of Wands. I feel like somebody wanted to make you believe their lies. Their lives. They wanted you to listen to their communication. I don't think you'll do that this time around. I feel like you're aware of this now, and you've thrown this down. This has done its course. This has done its damage. King of Wands. You may have been very sexually attracted to the person or liked the sex. Three of Swords to the Four of Cups. Clarify at bottom. So what it tells me is you've let go of the fear or the emotional aspect and the anxiety. So the emotional and literally emotionally and mentally, you've let go of the loss of a victory. If anything, it taught you something. It taught yourself a little more. I feel like you got more self-motive or self-respect after dealing with what you were dealing with. If you at one time felt blindfolded by it, I don't feel like you are anymore. And it definitely, I'm going to tell you, it could have been an earth or air sign. Could have been any sign for that matter, but I got a lot of earth and air energy on your reading. Like a lot. I mean, I pulled every card, but still, like those were the cards that stood out to me a lot. Here we go. All right. Pisces. Make it so I can see you guys. Hey, Surrey. I don't know if that's the bottom, but the computer sometimes is delayed. All right. Pisces in a second. Oh. I brought a paper towel down here. So I purposely went with the coffee sweat because it's so humid here on the cards. And I still am too lazy to pick up the paper towel and wrap it around the coffee. Let's hear it for Pisces. The Hermit reversed. Why do I feel like you want to challenge everything? The Queen of Swords. So you could be at a time where you're trying to challenge yourself or cut free from challenges. Love challenges, men problems. Some of you, it's men problems or belief. Page of Pentacles reversed. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. The King of Pentacles reversed. Hold on. I get this weird message for some of you. Some of you, you ain't going to like it. You're not going to like it. And I'm going to pull it out. Fuck it. It goes with what I'm going to say. So some of you could be trying not to obsess over the last shit you dealt with. Your readings let me own my shit. I almost said the Empress. The Hermit reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed, in balance. What I feel like you're trying to cut free or pay attention to what is value, what is of value, and what is not. But then it goes to the man in the relationship. Then it goes to the Page of Pentacles reversed, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the King of Pentacles reversed. Why does it feel like you have this passion or obsession for something and you're struggling? Either you struggled a long, like several months. Hey, I hope it wasn't several years. You might have struggled for a while to let it go. It tells me it might have taken a lot of struggle out of you to release a situation. Let it be what it is. Don't try to fix something that's not worth fixing, kind of. Some of you emotionally recognize you had no choice but to give up on it. With the Ace of Wands to the Devil reverse, that obsessive energy you had over a situation and the lack of having control of the outcome, I feel like you decided, you know what, I got to take a risk and be strong. Page of Cups to the Death card and say goodbye. Emotionally release a situation. Go to the bottom. Seven of Wands, but why? You had to let it go. Five of Pentacles to the Lovers, to the Seven of Pentacles. You couldn't let somebody else get in your own way of your happiness. That's what this tells me. And it was hard for you to believe it. That's what this reading is telling me. Here we go. This could have been a long time ago. Some of you, this is current energy. Some of you, this is a long ass time ago. It's either, there's no, like it was 2 months ago, it was 3 weeks ago. This is a while ago. It was either a year ago, 2 years ago, or it was long ago. I don't feel like it was like you dealt with this a week ago. Hell no. That wanted to come up so bad. You really felt like, damn, when are they going to reach out and communicate? You sat and waited. You might not have literally sat by the phone and waited, but your ass was waiting to get the okay. Until I feel like it just either wasn't showing up or you got tired of waiting. It was either it wasn't showing up or you got tired of waiting. Ace of Cups, you were ready for you were ready for it. It just wasn't coming towards you, moving towards you. No, it was not. I feel like you wanted this to move towards you. You were waiting for the opportunity. I feel like you had to recognize it wasn't rushing towards you. I'm over it. It's repeating itself so much. I think you learned about it, and emotionally you had to accept it and conflict that, you know what, this isn't worth the sacrifice. I sacrificed myself just to hurt myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be patient, but this person's obviously not going to change. So now you're part of my past. I think emotionally it pissed you off, honestly. King of Wands. I also think you were hoping to get more out of the situation, but the truth came out that it's a wrecking ball, and it wasn't going to lead to happiness. And I think secretively you saw the dilemma or the problems, but were willing to resurrect it, wanted the outcome until you recognized, you know what, where's the communication? Why is the communication not showing up? Why can't this person make a decision to work with me? Why are they not building with me? What are they doing? It might have caused you a little bit of anxiety. You may have thought you were stressing too much when really you should have been trusting that there was somebody else you were supposed to meet. I'm going to tell you, it became part of your past to teach you that you're stronger and better off on your own than letting somebody make you feel caged when it comes to your stability or your happiness. You shouldn't allow anybody to do that to you. The Eight of Wands, because the Nine of Swords to the King, clarify that. Because all it was doing was causing chaos emotionally and mentally, and slowing you down from the next celebration that you were ready to let in. Go to the bottom for a couple more and we're done. Five of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Definitely could have been a fire sign, water sign, by the way, that you dealt with. It's fire, water, or air sign that you dealt with, is what the cards are saying. Seven of Cups, a liar, the Hangman. Three. Every time I try to talk about this person, their shit is, even this bullshit is reversed. King of Swords and the Star. The manifestation was not building, was not happening. And I started here. Three of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you recognize, I don't want to say you got off on the wrong foot. I feel like you guys, it seemed like you got off on a great foot, but the foot got chopped off and there was no rhyme or reason to why. I feel like it made you wonder. I feel like this man made you wonder, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, is this relationship coming or going? Is it going to build or is it going to fall apart kind of energy? And it does feel like a dude did. I'm going to tell you a man did that. There's two men in this card. There's two men here. And I've got 1, 2, 3 women, 4 men. So what does that tell me? The men over supersede the women in the cards. This was done to a woman. That's what it tells me. I feel like today it's about going after your manifestations and going after a true person that's willing to communicate with you. Not somebody that's going to make you feel stuck. Going after somebody that's going to help you work the dream out. You know, that's going to believe in your dream. That's going to chase true love towards you. That's going to open up passionately towards you and show you who they are and love when you do it back to them. Reciprocate honest feelings. And I feel like that can show up. I just don't feel like it was the last person. I feel like the last person was just to give you another lesson of what you weren't meant to deal with. What wasn't going to move towards you because it wasn't, I just feel like it wasn't ready to move out of it. I don't think it was your fault. I don't think you did anything. I think you just had a lot more growing, a lot more experience to go through. I do feel like it was hard for you to let go, though. Everything tells me it was hard for you to let go until you recognized you got sick of this shit. You said, you know what? I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of your shit. I'm done. I'm done. Kind of energy. I feel like you might have even blocked them. I just felt like I just got this energy where it was like you either blocked them or you blocked them, you unblocked them, or you felt like they blocked you, something like that. That's what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed these. I'm going to give Pisces a closing message, and that would be that. They could have been a Leo or an Aries. Fucking Aries keeps showing up, by the way. They could have been a fucking Aries. Aries has shown up 3 times now. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, by the way, or had that in their moon or rising. Here we go. Anything else for Pisces that you want me to say? I'm just going to tell you what I'm already saying. I feel like they weren't the ticket. That tells me the love, it wasn't the battle to fight for. What are you doing now? It tells me you're trying to stay at a distance from them and not communicate. Emotionally not go towards it. And you know that's the correct decision. You've learned your lesson. The Emperor is reversed now, so they're upright. Page of Wands. You don't want to communicate. They have you blocked. You have them blocked. Somebody's fucking blocked. Either you blocked them or they blocked you. And the best course of direction for you was changing the door, closing the door, changing the locks, changing the chapter. This was a dying battle or was defeated before it started. And secretly, I feel like you can't be stuck there or lie to yourself about the outcome. It didn't show up because it wasn't meant to stay for long. You might have had some fun with them, whatever sign they were, but I feel like inevitably you weren't being told all the honest truth. And that's probably why it was taken away, or you said, you know what, fuck you, give me my cut back. I don't want to deal with you. I feel like you're going to meet somebody else. That's for the single person who dealt with somebody where they were there one day, had fun with them, or maybe several times, and then they were gone and you couldn't, for no rhyme or reason, figure out what the fuck happened. And then they would sporadically message you here and there. Very sporadic. That's what I've got for you. All right. Or like answer you at their leisure. Fuck that. All right. That's what I have. I hope you guys enjoyed these readings. I want you all to have a good night and a good rest of the week. Thank you very much. Please remember to hit that like button on your way out and keep manifesting your true and tried energy. Good night, everybody. Thanks again. Bye.